The shadow war in the Middle East has officially gone hot, and we have breaking news out of Iran that changes the entire calculus of the region yet again, because a massive explosion has rocked the country, destroying critical infrastructure in Tehran and sending a pillar of black smoke into the sky that can be seen for miles. Another mysterious explosion that nobody seems to be able to explain is ripping through the Iranian capital. And while the regime is frantically trying to claim that this is just another industrial accident caused by a gas leak, I am going to be totally straight and honest with you right now and say that I don't believe for one single second that these are gas leaks, because how many times can a country's critical power plants and military housing complexes spontaneously combust in the span of a single week before you realize that you are looking at a coordinated campaign of sabotage? We have footage coming in right now of the aftermath showing a massive fire engulfing the cooling tower area of a major power plant in western Tehran. And this is not just some random facility. This is a key node in the Iranian power grid that keeps the lights on for the regime and potentially supports military communications. And to see it burning like this on the exact same day that the United States is deploying major military assets to the region is a coincidence that I simply do not buy. We have reports from open source intelligence suggesting that the target of this specific explosion might not have just been the infrastructure itself, but could have been a targeted strike against a high-ranking government official or military leader, possibly one of the individuals responsible for the recent massacres of civilians. And if that is true, then we are looking at a decapitation strike carried out by intelligence operatives right under the nose of the IRGC. This has all the fingerprints of a CIA or Mossad black operation written all over it, because when buildings where government leaders or military officials are living just get blown up in gas leak after gas leak after gas leak, you have to look at the pattern, and the pattern screams sabotage. Just look at the footage on your screen right now of the smoke pouring into the air. It is total destruction, carnage, and chaos, and it is happening almost every day now. We had the massive fire in Janat-Abad just 1 week ago on February 3rd, where we saw similar flames and no information on the cause. And now we have this power plant going up in flames on February 10th. So if you believe these are just maintenance issues, I have an oceanfront property in Minnesota to sell you. And I'm not talking about a lakefront property. I'm talking about oceanfront, because that is how ridiculous the Iranian official narrative has become. But while the fires are burning on the ground, the United States military is making moves in the sky and on the ground that signal we are preparing for something much bigger than just covert sabotage, because satellite imagery from the Muwafaq Salti Air Base in Jordan has just confirmed that the United States military has fully deployed a THAAD missile defense battery to the site. For those who don't know, THAAD stands for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, and it is one of the most advanced pieces of American engineering on the planet, designed specifically to shoot down short and medium-range ballistic missiles in their terminal phase of flight, which means it hits them while they are coming down from space. And the fact that we have activated this system in Jordan right now tells you exactly what the Pentagon is expecting. They are expecting a massive ballistic missile retaliation from Iran, and they are putting the shields up to protect our allies and our bases before the shooting starts. This is not a drill, and this is not a training exercise. This is a combat deployment of a strategic asset that is only used when the threat level is at code red. If we go to war with Iran, this THAAD battery will be critical in intercepting the hundreds of missiles that the regime has threatened to launch at Israel and U.S. positions. So seeing it active on satellite imagery is a huge indicator that the timeline for conflict is accelerating rapidly. And it's not just the defensive systems that are active, because right now, as I speak, there are significant U.S. Air Force flights in the air soaking up every piece of electronic data coming out of Iran. We have confirmed the presence of at least one P-8 Poseidon spy plane and potentially a UAE spy plane operating in the Persian Gulf, hot on the hunt on Iran's coast, listening to radio frequencies, mapping radar emitters, and tracking the movement of Iranian military units. What are these spy planes doing? They are building the electronic order of battle for the airstrikes that will follow if this situation escalates. They are listening to the panic on the Iranian radios as these explosions go off in Tehran, and they are pinpointing the location of the air defense batteries that light up in response. We also have a massive logistical train in motion with refueling tankers and cargo planes flooding into the region, including KC-135s refueling F-35s and F-18s from the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier, which means our fighter jets are flying heavy combat patrols fully loaded with weapons and needing constant fuel to stay on station. This is the posture of a force that is ready to strike at a moment's notice. And while we are moving our chess pieces into attack positions, Iran is clearly terrified because new satellite imagery shows that they have covered all three entrances of the Isfahan nuclear complex with soil, effectively trying to bury their most sensitive site under a mountain of dirt. This is a desperate attempt to harden the facility against airstrikes, specifically against the blast effects of American bunker busters, because by covering the entrances, they make any ground raid incredibly difficult, and they hope to dampen the shockwave of a bomb hitting the blast doors. They are barricading themselves in because they know that the fires in Tehran are just the prelude to the main event, and they are trying to save their nuclear program from total annihilation. This situation is beyond bizarre, and it is escalating by the hour, with mysterious explosions decapitating their infrastructure on the ground, while American spy planes circle overhead and missile defense shields go live in neighboring countries. It is a full-spectrum pressure campaign designed to break the regime's will or prepare the battlefield for a kinetic war, and we are watching it unfold in real time. The sheer number of unexplainable incidents combined with the overt military signaling from the United States suggests that the shadow war has effectively merged with the overt military buildup, creating a powder keg that needs only one spark to explode into a regional conflict. I am going to continue to monitor the situation and provide you updates as I can as new information rolls in, because this is a rapidly developing fluid situation. But I want to know what you guys think is really happening here. T. Let me know in the comments below what you think is causing these explosions. Is it the CIA? Is it the Mossad? Or is the Iranian infrastructure just crumbling under the weight of sanctions and incompetence? And when do you think this situation will actually see bombs drop? Or will diplomacy somehow win out in the end? Please make sure to like and subscribe, as it costs you absolutely nothing and is a huge, huge boost to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and follow me on Instagram and X for real-time updates. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.